Out there as the Grizzlies get their final game of the preseason. This will be the first of 3 meetings between these teams over the next 2 weeks. Levine with the jumper and drills it to get the Wolves on the board.
That's good action. Zach is so good. 4 3-point attempts for them against the Houston Rockets. Made 17 of them. So
a game that they won in double overtime last time out.
Even Marc Gasol and Zach Randolph are shooting threes. 13 3-point attempts for both of them. As I say that, Mike Conley not go room because you could end up on a bench being a head coach.
5-2. Towns cross court for Brandon Rush, and the reason you're not seeing the score is Towns comes up with the offensive putback. 8 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. 7-5. Wolves on top of the Grizzlies, and
Conley came from day when he first started, could not shoot the basketball, was not a 3-point shooter, had difficulty making shots, but he's come a long way. And Zach Levine, that is a beautiful jump shot from outside the arc. Got his body.
He finished the season, though, shooting it so well from outside the arc, Jim, last year. Gasol, no. Green, no. And then, yes, nearly 44% from downtown.
So much improved, played within himself. Nice take by Ricky.
And if you caught the pregame,
players have to understand, because it's a huge part of offensive execution. It takes a while to understand the speed of the game. Zach Levine understands speed.
Possessions. Well, the one thing with Chris Dunn is Towns able to flip it up in and off the glass. Do you feel like now when Ricky Rubio leaves to go onto the bench, to Timberwolves last year, that wasn't the case. When Ricky headed to the bench, a lot of times things fell apart.
Well, and we'll see what happens when Ricky goes to the bench.
Ooh, goodness. Strong take and the dunk there by DJ Stevens.
DJ Indiana. And this kid is going to make their team. They're going to have a hard time choosing which guaranteed contract they're going to let go, but Troy Williams has been so impressive.
Towns up to 10 points already. Rush defers to Belly in the corner. Bingo! As they tried to qualify for the Olympics, but had an injury that prevented him from doing that, so he stayed in Minnesota because you got a little something going on tomorrow night.
Game 5. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be an exciting to get a big road win. It's always fun to win on the road, but in the playoffs to get a Game 5, we're just so excited.
And to have it in your place as Randolph gets the take. I had a chance to attend a little bit of the NBA Finals last year, and I caught up with Kevin Love in the locker room after Game 5 as Murray spins and drills. Dunn turns it over. Stevens gets fouled by Dunn as he goes up, and that's been the bugaboo on Chris Dunn.
High-quality shots within the offense.
Just turning it over at nearly 3 times per game in the preseason. Levine, nice take by Zach, and one opportunity.
His decision-making's gotten better, and that's the thing that has turned me on to Zach Levine is growth now as decision-maker.
His rookie year especially, Jim, there were so many times he'd pass it to somebody when you'd ask yourself, what's the guy you're passing it to going to do with the basketball?
Right. It's a strong move.
Rubio ahead to Zach. He knows what to do with it. Oh, baby.
If you run down the floor, Ricky will find you if you have an advantage.
Towns drills it. Makes it look so easy.
The best leader this team has.
Right on cue, Ricky comes up with the basketball, then feeds the trailing Towns for the dunk. This summer he did play in the Olympics with Spain, won a bronze medal, but also got a lot of time in the gym. Rubio the feed and gives it up to Rush in transition.
But it starts with rim protection.
Oh, Towns underneath, and Ricky just surveyed the floor as he brought it up and saw that developing.
Tibbs is upset with Zach, just saying there's no reason to take a low percentage shot like that. Just gather yourself and go up strong. It's true, but it's still the philosophy that David Fizdale wants to promote here in Memphis.
Rubio, another feed to Towns, and another finish for Cat.
You know, one
crosses over against Conley, but he knocks it free. Ennis. Rubio tries to disrupt, but Ennis able building that they are set to go in a brand new direction and really be a relevant team when it comes to competing for the playoffs and maybe the champion. Rush.
Skip pass.
Yep. A nice use of the fake. It sets up Gorgie for the jumper.
Shows you.
Zach LaVine, a little bit too strong, follows his own miss. Sticks with it, kisses it off the glass.
That's the strong finish that Tom Thibodeau wanted from Zach LaVine in the first half.
Think about what a guy like Brandon Rush can bring to this team, Jim. The fact that he knows what it's like to win a title, both at the college level and the NBA level. Gorgie, a nice strike.
Have success.
Nice. Towns dishes it for Gorgie. And one opportunity for Gorgie Jang. LaVine will take it over Crawford, drill it.
And that's really one of the things that
Brandon Rush, the bounce pass to LaVine. And Zach.
That is something that Zach wouldn't have done a while back, and that's finishing with contact.
Three the other way goes down as it's drilled by Wayne Selden Jr.
He's an excellent passer.
Randolph just going to work on Aldridge. Ellie goes to the floor awkwardly, thankfully gets right back up. The dunk on the other end for Vince Hunter. You're going to play for a bunch of teams, but you're going to get to play 13 years in the league and get 13 years worth of NBA paychecks. Guys are going to sign up for that in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
Selden, former Kansas Jayhawk.
History that kind of player brings. And now you're looking at a group of players that really can't create offense for themselves.
Selden able to drill the triple. You know what? Tyus Jones, long two. Talked about his play in the Summer League. He was so good getting the Wolves all the way to the championship game in Vegas. They ended up losing a heartbreaker to Chicago. The Timberwolves' third unit, in essence. Tapped back up.
This is probably Memphis' third unit too. I mean, JaMychal Green's in the game.
Back up and in for Vince Hunter. Tyus, a little hesitation, acted like he wasn't going to take it to the rim, then finally does. Can't get it to go.
And I see Troy Williams.
No Shabazz Muhammad to help that second unit here tonight. Crawford.
Think about all the players that they missed, and for them to make the playoffs and be as dynamic as they were. Terry Stotts did a great job coaching that team. Quinn Snyder, then Boris Dio, adding a player like that to your team, that's just fantastic.
Tyus Jones gets it to go inside, and OKC lose Durant under a minute to go. Selden coast to coast.
There's going to be a lot of video to watch.
Since 9 turnovers and 10 points off those 9 turnovers in this fourth quarter.
Kidding me?
And make it. Your thoughts on this Timberwolves game, which looked like it was going to be a laugher, and instead ends up a 7-point win.
It was a laugher, then it was a crier. But in any event, Minnesota gets the win, and it was just fun to see Towns and